So here we are with episode 5 of the Vexations of a Shut-In Vampire Princess. Last episode, chef's kiss all around. What a finale that was. Very fun, very enjoyable. But judging from the title of this episode, it seems like we are going to meet the 7 Crimson Lords. They were mentioned in the first episode, but the whole Millicent plotline came over, so we'll just have to see how this goes. If you guys like the video, like the video. If you dislike it, dislike it. I do have my full length up on Patreon and early access to non-seasonal and some seasonal shows on the YouTube memberships. Other than that, let us get started. Did what? Oh, your story? Oh, transcend strawberry milk, alright. Oh my god, she's just... Hentai maid ga. But I thought you told her to stay with you forever and all that, huh? Oh? Is that the dad? Is that white or blue hair? I literally cannot tell. Might be a serious thing, though. Merch? Oh my god. I hope that's actual merch, eventually. It's been selling like hotcakes. Oh, that means you be naked? Oh. Oh, shit. From your safe place. Yeah, you don't join the battle with your men. Or... Oh, shit! Really got her heartstrings. Dude, she fucking snapped. The Black Flash Flote must... proactively starting a fight. Bloody buns. And a shirt and a merch. Oh my god! Where'd it go? She put it in her inventory. That unpleasant attitude. Lady Karen. Is that the... Empress. Sakuna memoir. Well, at least I know why we had this horns going on in the first place. Alright. I will take these bloody buns, though. Just cute anime girl noises. Oh, that's an indirect kiss. Involuntary indirect kiss. Oh! Damn, holy shit. 5 high level. Damn. Unaware that they were killed. Of course. Oh my god, the ice cream vanished. Damn, that was quick. Nani? Oh wait, there. Oh my god. Immediately go into tossing a tantrum. Did you see how her ice cream just like vanished? She put it in her pocket. Oh, you can get whoo an entire week of vacation. Oh, is she working with someone? Oh. I'm just over here like, isn't she the killer? So, and we did see that, like, core implosion in her eyes and stuff. The person who killed her dad. Oh. Oh, okay. That's what a criminal would say. Oh, holy shit, giving her a love letter already? Runs away with it. I can't stop looking at her boots. Is that like a little hole that's like... Understandable. Easier to write it out sometimes. What are you, a Disney princess? And then the choir. Oh, it's not actually a hole, it's just golden. Okay. These weak complaints. Oh, we've got someone who also thinks she's worthless, but isn't actually worthless. She's way too cute. Oh, shit. A little jealous, huh? Uh-oh. Wow, she's so considerate. The character is just... Their feet. Oh, God. A 3-day vacation. You're putting me off work? For a reward? I was thinking, I was like, it's a date. Oh shit. Villhaze. She's... That guy's the villain! Cooperation? For what? By the by, do you believe in God? He's a religious man! He's the... He's an antagonist! Very fun. Got the organ and everything for the religious man. Helldeus, heaven? Oh! Interesting that there's a connection, alright. If Sakuna catches the terrorist, does that mean that she also gets to go on a date? Was that Villhaze just... Yeah, how did that happen? She's just murderer. Get murked. Uh-oh. God, the background characters. You know, they blew their budget last episode. She even getting paid for this? Wow. Oh, that's one way to end the music, huh? No, it's just... What the fuck is this? Oh? Wow. Villhaze just keeping an eye on her. What? I mean, I don't think she's like the full killer. Maybe she's just, you know. Oh? Duty of what? Melancholy is just... Damn, dude. Yeah. Really trying to get that date. Ooh, get you out? Oh. Oh my god, is it Ah. She put her blood in. You will be denounced in 3 days. You have to find a terrorist. Ooh, petting her and everything. Alright, I have to look up her name. Her voice actor, because it's starting to sound like a certain somebody. Oh, shit! It's not time to be Look, it's just a nice little sister relationship. Some scented it against you. Pet me. More violent manner. That's what I thought you'd say. That reminds me, we did not get an opening, huh? Okay. Decided to utilize the whole thing. Alright, that's totally fine. I'm down. I'm down with anime that don't want to, you know, spend a minute and 30. Alright, hold on. I just want to look at the voice actor for Sakuna. Is that what her name is? Ah, she voiced Euphilia. Okay. I thought it was somebody else, but it is just Euphilia. And also, you know, Rice Shower and all that. Okay. That's, okay, I think that's pretty much all I want to see that I'm interested in. I have to put my hands up because there's like all these other characters whose names are up here and I just don't want to, I've glazed over their names already, but I'm trying my best to just forget about them. I don't really care much to look at the guy's VAs. But alright, I'm gonna go write my notes now, and then we will get right back to the center. Damn, dude. Ripped with her bare hands and everything. And then you can kind of see the clips on her hair, right? The girl who killed her, but also she's got the core implosion on her. And like, I was looking at this hair and I'm just like, can't tell whether it's white or light blue. But like, I kind of went with light blue because we just have so many light blue hair characters in this anime. By so many, I mean like 3, right? Villhaze, Millicent, and then that one reporter girl that we saw in episode 1. And then if this girl's the light blue hair, that'd be 4 characters with blue hair. Oh my god! She too has the hair clip. Must be a twin sister or something. Does she only have like... I just realized the only thing she had for breakfast was strawberries. This is the only thing she has. Strawberries and, I don't know, milk. Strawberry milk! Oh my god! No, well, hold on. I think that's tea. Yeah, that's tea. She's having strawberry and tea instead. I mean, I guess that's fine. This fucking face, that's like quite close to, you know, an agehao face. The only thing that's really missing is her putting her 2 hands up and like doing the peace sign and everything. Might be just the way that the coloring is for the flame that enraptures her, but she also looks like potentially she could have blue hair. Damn, these blue hair supremacy. Truly, the blue hair is the stronger gene. I I mean, technically, her hair, Sakuna's hair is a little bit more on the same hair color as Euphilia, right, from the Magi Revel. But it's still like a very light blue, right? Like whitish, a little bit more in the whiter side of light blue. Still blue, in like a shade of blue. Alright, this guy right here. Oh, that's so funny. Alright, so that was episode 5 of the Vexations of the Shut-In Vampire Princess. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. For me, I thought that this was a good episode. It's a lot more, you know, just talking in and bringing us into this new mystery or this new arc that we're having. The idea of, well, high-ranking officers have been killed, 5 of them within a week, and 1 of them being a Crimson Lord. And the, you know, the possibility of this terrorist having, which by the way, we jump from one terrorist to another. Damn, dude. This place really, I was gonna say, really be ridden with terrorists, even though it's only 2 of them so far. But, you know, there's a whole terrorist group called the Inverse Moon and whatever. Anyways, yeah, it's a lot more talky episode, especially with, like, what happened in the last episode, where, like, they just really went all out with, like, the action and all that. And I mentioned it during the reaction, where I'm just like, man, the background characters are looking low. Whew, they're looking low res for some reason. But, you know, understandable. After what happened in the last episode, I understand why this is going on right now. But we are also introduced to 3 new characters. I assume we're going to see the rest of the Crimson Lords, since they are one of the 7, right? 7 Crimson Lords? I think that's what it is. It's usually 7, not really 6. The first person that we were introduced to is Flote. Is that her name? Flote? Or is it just Flote? Mascarell. Flote Mascarell. I don't know why, that sounds like a drink name. She introduces herself as the Black Flash, and from the way that she sees Komari, she deduces that Komari is actually weak, because she never really fights with her subordinates, and she often picks on the small fries, right? Easy wins or whatever. And even though now, right, with the idea that we know that Komari isn't weak, it's just that she doesn't recognize that she's, she doesn't recognize that she does hold some strength, right? But her subordinates know that she is a strong individual. But, you know, since she doesn't know that, we're still going back to the idea of Komari wants to hide her weakness from everybody, and here is this person just coming straight out, just being like, yeah, I know you're weak. And it's just like, oh shit. But the reason, the real reason, I would assume, why Flote doesn't like Komari is because she likes Karen, I would assume, right? In a romantic way or whatever. Maybe in just a more, I was gonna say senpai way. You know, like a higher up, you know, she admires her, but not like love romantically, but who knows, right? This is a Yuri after all. And she doesn't really like Komari because she finds that Komari is actually weak, and the only thing that's good about her is her line of lineage, right? The Gandis blood lineage. And especially the fact that Karen, the Empress, favors her, while Karen doesn't really show her any time of attention at all. But here is the Empress putting all her care into Komari instead. And with the way Komari acts, Flote finds it to be very disrespectful, I would assume. Kind of like with the way Sakuna says, like, hey, why are you trying to dispute it, you know, through like diplomacy or whatever? Don't you just do what everybody else does and just fuck it, you know, just beat her. Just beat her in a fight, just kill her or whatever. Although, I don't know, maybe the whole killing part is, you know, against the rules and such. But, you know, just fucking fight her in a duel and just solve your problem through violence, through your strength. And with the way that Komari doesn't do that, right? Perhaps that's the way that she sees Flote. I mean, she sees that as a sign of disrespect. Like, oh, even though I'm saying that you're weak, you're telling me that you're not willing to fight me. It's just like, oh, somehow you're looking down on me for some fucking reason. And I mean, Flote did say somewhere around this, in this scene where she's just like, maybe you should just fucking show your military might, right? And maybe I'll fucking shut up. And Komari's just like, yeah, maybe I'll do it someday. I do find it interesting that Flote takes the blood buns from Villhaze, even though after she sees what's beneath the blood bun, which is the frickin' merch. We're not going to talk about that merch. I mean, I kind of already mentioned it. But yeah, she gets the merch and the blood bun. And then Villhaze basically just fucking talks shit to her. He's just like, you obviously don't understand the beauty that is Komari. And Komari's just like, Villhaze, hold on, chill. But despite that, she burns the shirt, but she keeps the blood bun. And I'm just like, maybe she just really likes blood buns. So, she's just like, fuck it. I'll take this blood bun and I'll eat it for later. Flote comes back towards the end of the episode where she is just out here beating up Komari's men, which I believe what she was saying is that Komari's men are like a little bit too enthusiastic, right? After this whole deal that Komari gave to them, right? They're a little too enthusiastic, so she's just putting them down. She's out here putting them down, and she's just like, you know what? You're not worth it as a Crimson Lord, so the next time we have a meeting with all the other Crimson Lord, I'm gonna vote you out. And from what we see afterwards, right, with the whole blood bun thing, Villhaze put some of her blood into the blood bun, and since Flote has now finally eaten the blood bun, right, she's fine, which is so funny. Like, I think it's like an instant sort of thing, but it's just like, man, she got that in the morning, and she's just like, ooh, I've been working all day as for the Crimson Lord and whatever. Finally get to sit down and have some blood bun. Villhaze just like, aha, got ya. But according to Villhaze and her prediction, that comes from Flote, which is, I'm kind of, the idea of that is still, like, interesting, and in the idea of, like, she can tell the future of that person, but, like, the future of that person obviously, like, affects everybody else. It's like a future being told through an individual, but the future itself is like, it will kind of become-ish the reality. I mean, with the way that Villhaze says, right, if it's today, it's going to be 100% accurate from what she says, all those years ago. But since this is 3 days from now on, I guess it's 60% accurate. But yeah, it's the but yeah, I do just find it interesting. It's that idea of being able to foretell one individual's future, but that future can be applied to, like, everybody else, right? And that's why she says, from what she sees in Flote's future is that Komari gets voted out and her head's gonna fucking explode. And, I'm still thinking about the whole head exploding part. Obviously, Komari doesn't want to die, so of course she's going to try and not have her head explode. But, like, after your head explode and all that, is that considered genuine death? But it's not really using a ritual article, I would assume. I mean, that's like the contract that you get between you and the Empress, right? Because the Empress kissed her when she was sleeping and all of that. And so I'm thinking about, like, after the head explosion, I would assume that's like the end of the contract, and then you're no longer a Crimson Lord and your head doesn't explode anymore. Obviously, don't answer this. These are all rhetorical questions, all right? Just shh. Alright. And if it's something that was explained in the light novel but hasn't explained yet in the anime, just shh, all right? Until, like, the arc is over or whatever, just shh. Let me have these questions. Let me have these mysteries that just go in my head, all right? The next character that we see is Sakuna Memoir, who is said that she was the Crimson Lord who was killed by said terrorists, and Villhaze doesn't really like Komari and Sakuna's relationship with one another because, well, Villhaze likes likes Komari romantically, and from the way that we see it, right, she gets easily jealous of somebody else who just so happens to that Komari takes some sort of interest in, even if it's not like really romantic, right? Komari is just out here feeling like she has some sort of relatability with Sakuna, which is true in its sense, right? She first thought that Sakuna says that she's weak, but the reality, okay, I'm going a little bit everywhere. But you know what, since I'm already on this train of thought, she thought that Sakuna's weak because, well, Sakuna says that she's weak. She says she's very weak. But if she was very weak, she wouldn't be a Crimson Lord. She wouldn't have accidentally killed a Crimson Lord and then take over her position as said Crimson Lord, right? If she was really weak, because if Helldeus, sorry, that's his name, Helldeus Heaven, he's the guy who put up this recommendation to, I would assume, Karen the Empress, and the Empress decided that, yeah, sure, she's fitting to be a Crimson Lord, and she's the one who accepted her to have this position, so she can't just go and say, that, oh yeah, she's very weak, and she just accidentally got this position. I mean, it's the same with Komari, right? Where in the first three episodes, it's just like, oh yeah, Komari's weak, so like, why did the Empress put her in, right? The Empress had some sort of expectation for her, and we saw that in episode 4. So, despite her saying that she's weak, she's not really. We see back at the ending with Flote and all that, we saw Sakuna got her wand from wherever. I mean, I assume at this point they have a magical pocket that they just pull it out. They've got an inventory system somewhere, but she took out her wand and she heals Villhaze, if I remember that's his name, right? And Komari's just like, whoa, you've been revived? Which she says it like that, so I just assumed that he was dead. Or he just died, and then she revived him. But it seems like she can just revive people on the spot, which is a surprising thing for Komari. And from when Flote comes and she's about to attack Komari, ooh wee, yeah, she disappears, and then Sakuna disappears too, and immediately protects Komari, right? So she has the same reaction speed as Flote, or at the very least Flote when she's not being serious. Who knows? I'm giving Flote the benefit of the doubt that maybe she's a little bit fat. I'm like, not giving the benefit of doubt to Flote, but giving the benefit of the doubt to Sakuna in the idea that maybe Flote wasn't like extremely serious and that's why she's still able to do it. But if Flote was being super serious and like wanting to do whatever she was going to do to Komari, I assume kill her or just damage her or whatever, she fucking matched her speed. So it's just like, all right, Sakuna, are you sure you're very weak? Or are you just lacking confidence, right? In her letter, she said that she accidentally killed one of the 7 Crimson Lords who just so happened to be passing by, which is just very funny. She's just like, I was just practicing my magic and she just got right in front of me. Oh no! Who would have thought? What a horrible accident. So yeah, she says she's very weak, but she can kill people. And then there's this whole spiel of like in the beginning when they showed Armand dead, and they show this person who just happens to look like Sakuna, right? And with like the core implosion in her eyes and everything. And we kind of saw that in episode 2, I think, episode 2, where they were showcasing Millicent, and like they were in the same angle that they showed Millicent as like the bully from 3 years ago, and then they showed her again but with her mask, but it's the same angle. So I can kind of see that the anime is just like, yeah, we're not really gonna make it all that mysterious on who did it, but the wonderment of why they did it is still around. So I enjoy that, and we end up meeting our third character, whose name is Helldeus Heaven, and he is a man of God and also a Crimson Lord. The Crimson Lord is his side job. He's the man of God is his full-time job. Crimson Lord's his side hustle, you know. But Villhaze mentions that he runs a church and an orphanage on the outskirts of the imperial capital, and that Sakuna is from that orphanage. And I think I've already mentioned that Helldeus is. Did I write it as Helldeus? Isn't it Helldeus? Hold on, let me look at this again. Helldeus, yeah, I misspelled his name as Helldeus in my notes. And what have we learned from multiple shows? Religion is bad. I think that's what shows are telling us or something. People who are of religion, they're bad. Especially if they're so into their religion. They're bad people. Before he left, he said, Sakuna, hey, we're collaborating or whatever, right? Hold on, let me see what he says. I humbly asked for your cooperation. So it's just like, okay, so they're cooperating on something. And also the idea that the both of them know each other, and Helldeus is the person who got Sakuna to become the Crimson Lord in the first place, right? Or he's the one who recommends her, like puts her forward, right? He's the one who, yeah, he's the one who gives her the recommendation. So there's that idea of perhaps Sakuna doesn't really know what she's doing. Maybe if she gets into her core implosion or whatever, she doesn't remember as well as, like, the same thing with Komari. And so maybe Helldeus is using her for something, who knows, which, going to the idea of the terrorist's core implosion manipulates memories, or it may manipulate memory. We're just having that as a speculation. We don't really see it yet. It's kind of like the idea of Sakuna saying that her subordinates know that she's weak, but they support her anyways. To which Komari's just like, damn, wish that was me. But that's just her saying, right? That's just her word of mouth, and we won't really know if that's how her subordinates really sees it or not. And again, with the way that Sakuna says she's very weak, but in reality she's not, like, I would assume, like, stronger than Komari when she's not in her core implosion. So anyways, I'll talk about the core implosion, manipulating memory. But that's the speculation. It could just be a reality, but in the reality of this anime, the purpose of the killing is still unknown. Like, why are they going out killing people in the first place? And if it's it manipulates memories, I did have a question of, like, are they taking the memory for themselves? AKA Sakuna takes the memory for herself, and then she relays that over to Helldeus, right? In case that Helldeus wants to get some sort of big file memory or whatever from these high-ranking officials. They are high-ranking, so they might know something that the public doesn't. So who knows, right? The purpose for this killing and all that. Maybe we will, at the very least, see who is the killer in the next episode, or at the very least, we're just going to see, what the hell was it? Them going into the conference. I was gonna say the conference call. They're going on their Zoom meeting. No, they're gonna go into the conference, and Komari needs to get herself not voted out and whatever. So maybe we'll see. It's also in 3 days, so I don't know. Are we gonna skip through all that 3 days and then just go straight into the conference? We'll just have to see what happens when it happens. It was an interesting thing towards the end with Sakuna asking Komari about, why don't you just solve things with violence? Why are you trying to talk it out, right? This world, as we've learned, especially vampire culture and such, they are very much for violence or strength, right? Strength above all. If you are stronger than the other person, well, fucking the other person gets no say because they're weak. I did have the question of Sakuna's interested in Komari's response about that, right? No violence and all that. And I'm just like, is that good or bad, right? Does she actually takes interest in that whole thing? But also, like, does she know that she's the one who goes around killing people? Or, again, does she not really remember it? Which, by the way, I think I forgot to fully complete my sentence about how, like, Sakuna and Komari are alike with one another, right? It's the idea of Komari first feels like she could relate to Sakuna because she's just like, wow, somebody who thinks that they're weak, right? She's a weak person. But then she finds out that, oh my god, maybe she's not that weak after all, right? Sakuna's just like, yeah, I'm really weak. I could crush an entire apple with my hands. But I need to be able to crush a whole watermelon if I want to get stronger, right? And Komari at that point, she's like, oh, I thought she was weak. She's stronger than me, what the fuck? But yeah, it's the idea that Sakuna and Komari think that they are weak, but they are actually stronger than they realize. So, I thought that was very enjoyable. And not really sure how they're gonna continue on with Sakuna's whole spiel, right? Whether this act of hers is actually true, right? This is her true persona, or if she is just acting through all this, right? Whether she is just somebody who got put into this unfortunate situation, or if she actually does have some malicious backings to it, and she is, doing these stuff on purpose or whatever. Or, we go with the classic, it's I have multiple personality. But we'll just have to see what the next episode hold for us. So I feel like I didn't finish what I was supposed to be saying, but yeah, at this point I'm now lost in the sauce, so I don't know what I was talking about before. But again, good episode. I enjoyed it, and we'll just have to see what's going to happen in the next episode. Until then, if I have anything else to say, I will write it in the description down below. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I will see you guys in the next episode.